Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Annalisa Itkor.
And I'm your host, Lisa Richardson.
And today we are in the beautiful city of Beaufort, here in the council chambers, and we are welcoming some really interesting guests today.
Yes, we are. We have a lot to talk about on the agenda. And first up, we have Phil Cromer. He's city councilman running for re-election.
And next we have city councilman Stephen Murray.
Then finally, we have our two special guests, Bill Prokop, city manager, and also Reese Berthoff, fire chief and director of communications.
So stick around for a special election version of 843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where the Low Country comes to speak.
Where Bluffton comes to speak.
Where Hilton Head Island comes to speak.
Where Beaufort comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak. Welcome to 843 TV. We're here in the Beaufort Council Chambers in downtown Beaufort. What a beautiful building, and it's a special season coming up with the election. So today we have Councilman Phil Cromer here. He's up for re-election, and Phil, you've got quite a history. You're South Carolina native, first of all, and you've got quite a history in the political scene in our area. Share a little bit about that background.
Well, I worked originally for the Low Country Council of Governments in Point South as an economic development coordinator. After that, I went to the town of Ridgeland as the town administrator. From there to Port Royal as the town manager, and then from there to the Municipal Association of South Carolina, where I worked in their insurance programs as a risk manager for 26 years before retiring about 5 years ago.
That's quite a history you have. Why are you running for re-election?
I'm running to continue the positive work that council's undertaken to improve the quality of life for the citizens of the city of Beaufort.
That's a pretty darn good reason. Now, what do you see as the top two priorities, let's say, for the city council?
Well, I think going forward, the top two priorities, one's going to be stormwater. We have some stormwater issues.
Yes.
We live in the Low Country. We have areas prone to flooding. We've identified 9 areas in the city of Beaufort, the major one being the Mossy Oaks area. Council has passed first reading on a general obligation bond for $6 million to couple that with a $1 million community development block grant to address that problem. It'll be a 1.5 to 2 year project, and when that's completed, hopefully there'll be some money left over to apply to other areas. But this is a long-term program or project, and it's going to require probably at least $15+ million to do the total city. So as we acquire funding, we'll address those other areas. The second area is economic development. We have to have higher paying jobs, and we need to diversify our economy. Unfortunately, we're losing a lot of our young people who are going out of the area seeking other employment opportunities. We have exiting military who have a great skill set. They also have security clearances that any employer would love to have, but we don't have the jobs available for them. So we're also losing those people as well. But council has taken some steps. We've acquired 500 Carteret Street. We've got a Beaufort digital corridor that we've created there. We're trying to attract some digital and tech companies to locate here. We've also gotten grant money to upgrade our Commerce Park, to widen roads and put in fiber optic cable to make it more marketable to other industries.
So, what an agenda they've got going.
Yeah, well, and to me, you know, that's a very immediate problem, two problems that you're addressing right now. What are some of the areas that you see the City Council addressing in the future?
Well, I'd like to see us address what we already have in terms of facilities. We've got several buildings, the Arsenal, the Carnegie Building, the Public Works Building, and our crown jewel, which is the Waterfront Park, that require maintenance. And we've had deferred maintenance for a long time, and it's come home to roost. So we've got to get busy on that. And council has gotten, or the city has acquired a grant to put a new roof on the Arsenal. And we've also gotten grants to work to redo the pilings underneath the Waterfront Park.
The Waterfront Park, if you hadn't seen it, is quite beautiful with the new boat ramp and the boat dock and all of that. So it's just a great thing. Yeah. So a lot to look ahead to. But in the past few years, you've had a lot of accomplishments. So let's break some of those down. What are some of the ones you feel are most significant that you're most proud of?
Well, I think the council was able to come up with a Beaufort Code, which is our planning and zoning document. Ties in nicely with our civic master plan. We've done the Boundary Street corridor project. That's been completed, giving us an attractive entrance into Beaufort. We've done the day dock, as you mentioned, down on the waterfront park, which has been hugely successful. And Whitehall Park, which is a most recent thing where we've worked together with other entities and parties to have a 9.72 acre park for the community.
Where is that located?
It's on Ladies Island, right across the Woods Bridge.
Okay. And Ladies Island itself has had significant improvements as well, correct?
It has, and hopefully if, I don't know if I can say this, but if this new vote on the penny sales tax passes, that we'll be able to make some transportation improvements over there in terms of roads.
That's great.
To help out
That's
on-
great.
So you mentioned the penny sales tax. That's obviously a huge thing coming up on the ballot. Share with us why you feel that is so significant.
Well, it's important because we have some transportation issues here, and Hilton Head particularly needs a bridge over there. They supply most of the tourism traffic, if you will, and that helps out the rest of us in terms of being a taxpayer. But we definitely have some problems on Ladies Island. There's still, I think, over 8,000 planned or plottable, buildable lots, if you will, on Ladies Island that can be built, which will double their population and create a bigger issue for us. But we've got to get a grasp on the transportation issues around here. We'll have gridlock like a lot of other cities do.
Well, we know that because we live in southern Beaufort County, so we experience that quite a bit daily.
Now, I'm just curious, we just have a little bit of time left. What are some of the accomplishments or unaccomplishment of which you are most proud?
I would say, for me, it would be the Whitehall Park, simply because that's an iconic piece of property. It's the quintessence of the Low Country, and we're going to be saving it for generations to come. And also the fact that we were able to get several groups together with one aim, and that is to get the park, make it a reality, and we were able to do that. You had the City of Beaufort, Beaufort County, Open Land Trust, Friends of Whitehall. There was a foundation involved and the developer, and we all came together in short order to make this a reality.
Oh, it's exciting. We love going out there. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Councilman. Really appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time. And we will be back with more election pertinent information right here on 843 TV.